In this video, we're going to be talking about agents. So what they do, where to find them, and what they're looking for, and how you might go about getting one if that's what you want. So once you've got your marketing materials together, your headshots, your CV formatted, self-tape material and the like, then it's time to start thinking about getting an agent if you are looking for professional work. Also, if you've got some non-professional credits, some student films and the like, or some co-op theatre under your belt, a bit of a track record, that's how you're going to, or that's the time when you're going to start thinking about getting an agent most of the time. And many people make the mistake of trying to get an agent before they're ready. And if you think about it along the lines of sports agents, if you don't have much experience in a particular sport, say soccer, and you've really never played the game, and you're not, overly skillful in terms of your ability, then it's a bit premature to start looking for a sports agent to try and get you a place in a professional soccer team. You really need to develop the skills first and get yourself into a position where an agent is going to start thinking that they're going to be making money, a commission from the earnings that you're going to make from that sport. And it's exactly the same for actors and acting agents. Agents, generally speaking, are looking for people who they think or they know and are going to be earning the money through commissions. And so they're not going to be putting a lot of time, effort or energy into taking on somebody who's very raw, very new, doesn't have a lot of skills and training, and doesn't have all of the marketing materials together, because it's going to take a lot of time for that to develop that person, and that's not going to provide a financial reward, and all their focus is going to be on working with people that are earning them income. So there are exceptions to that, and I can provide additional assistance and advice to people that maybe don't have a lot of experience or training, and I'll talk about that in a little while. So the way to go about getting an agent is to get all your marketing materials together, then email, cover letter, headshot, CV, and self-tape material. And as I said, they're going to be looking for people that they think are going to be earning them an income and doing that quickly. So where do you find reputable agents? In the attachments to this video down below, I have listed a list of New South Wales agents that the union, the MEAA, publishes, and that's updated usually quarterly. That's got a list of agents, their contact details and the like in New South Wales. If you're not in New South Wales, then MEAA will be able to provide a list for people in your area, for agents in your area. That's generally the best way to start using that list. You can Google, but it's a little bit hit and miss, and you'll probably find that some extras agents are popping up there when you're not going to be looking for an extras agent if you're looking for acting work. So extras agents generally charge a joining fee, and they have hundreds, if not thousands, of people on the books. Extra work doesn't pay very well. You might do it if you just want a bit of experience working on a set or some pocket money. But for people who are serious about acting as a career, you want an acting agent, not an extras agent. Acting agents earn their income from 10% commission that their clients are earning them. So do's and don'ts for making contacts with agents: don't send them headshots that are not professionally done. It doesn't make you look good. Don't send poorly formatted CVs. Now you know how to do that properly. Send a properly formatted CV. Don't make crazy promises in your cover letter or email. Keep it short and simple. Use their name in the email. Don't email them with a to whom it may concern heading. You want to make it dear Mr. So-and-so, Ms. So-and-so, or potentially you could use the first name as well. But find out who to address it to before you send the email. Look at their website. You'll usually find the information there, and pop that in the email. Never to whom it may concern. In the all-important first meeting, you want to just be yourself, be as relaxed as you possibly can in that sort of situation. neat casual clothing. You don't need to be overly dressed up, but you shouldn't be underdressed either. And make sure that you're treating it as an interview you're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. So make sure you ask the right questions. Make sure that you coming across as being interested, and you're interested in them and their agency, and ask questions about how they operate. You want to try and establish a rapport so that there is easygoing communication, and not just to respond with one-word answers or short sentences. You want to embellish. You want to make the conversation free-flowing as possible. Find a connection with them if you've got a mutual friend or a client on the books that you know. Talk about them and how you know them. You really want to try and make it just like you're meeting a friend for coffee kind of thing, because it's a little bit like a date in a way, that first meeting. You're kind of getting to know each other, getting a feel for if it's going to be a kind of working relationship that you'd be comfortable with, and vice versa, whether you trust them, and it's kind of the vibe. So that's really important. How do you know if an agent is right for you? Well, again, it's going to be using your instinct and feel. But also, if they're making outlandish promises to you as well, like, we'll make you a star, and we've got connections in America and all of this sort of thing, then that rings alarm bells. You want to feel that you can trust the person, that there's open and honest communication with them potentially, and that the type of person that you feel that you can trust them placing your career in their hands. How to be a good client: you do the work that's required to help the agent to do their job. So building relationships with casting directors, doing casting director workshops, continually training and sharpening the saw and learning your craft, building your skills, doing courses. If you've done a longer term course, doing regular once a week coaching with an acting coach. Making sure that you're invested in your career in terms of headshots, updating your casting networks and showcast profiles regularly, making sure that there are self-tapes on there that are good quality. Just being available is a major thing. Not knocking back castings or declining opportunities because you've got a day job or some other thing that is more important. Acting has got to be the number one important thing in your life if you're really serious about it. And so being a good client is making your agent's job as easy as possible by giving them what they need to sell you to the marketplace. So that's it in a nutshell. Obviously, we can go into a lot more detail on Zoom calls if you want to do that. I've also got with my agency an additional management service available. So people that maybe aren't quite ready and feel that they need some assistance in getting all of their marketing materials together, training, getting themselves work ready, but would still like to be submitted for TV commercials, for instance, and earning some income, because for TV commercials, it's really more about looks than ability. So you can start to kind of hit the ground running. Get in touch. We can set up a Zoom call and have a chat about whether or not I might be able to help you with getting yourself into an employable position and getting some work before you necessarily are going to be work ready and interested or attracting the interest of other agents. So book a free Zoom call. There are links on this platform where you can do that, and we can maybe have a chat. If not, I'm more than happy to sort of help anyone who wants to sort of cast the net a little bit wider and maybe do some interviews with other agents before making a decision as well. So there you have it, agents. Hopefully that's been helpful, and we will see you in the next video.